Hi, today I'd like to discuss net terms and what this means to you, the paying customer. I don't usually offer net terms, and when I do offer net terms, it's because one of two things are true. The first is that it's not a high risk. See, most business owners base their decisions on risk versus reward. So if I put myself out there a little further, what am I going to get in exchange for it? So if there's a low risk, I may be willing to offer credit, like really low risk. I mean, I know where you live, I know where your parents live, I have keys to their home, I have keys to your store, so that if you decide not to pay, I can easily fuck up your life. And that very few people fit in that category. Then there's the second category, which is the risk versus reward is huge, meaning that I'm just bending you over and fucking you in the ass by even selling you this part at even within 20% of the price that I'm selling it to you for. That's the second category where, you know what, risking losing $5,000 or $10,000 is fine because I'm going to make more than that on this very one particular transaction. Now, for most of the people that you're going to ask for terms from, you're probably not established enough yet that you are just that low risk. And even if you are an established business, it gets that much worse because established businesses have a lot of established expenses. They have to pay 30 employees and their rent and their insurance and all these other things before they get over to little old you. It's probably the second, which is that they are just bending you over and fucking you in the ass with their pricing. So when somebody offers you credit, I want you to take a really good look at the product you're being offered. I want you to take a good look at the quality because there's a very good chance that it may be a copy. There are people who've offered me parts on credit before, and I can tell you from experience that every single one of these motherfuckers was selling some $13 shit for $25 and trying to get away with it. They were willing to ship out $3,000 or $4,000 or $5,000 of product prior to me actually paying for it because they knew they were making this much money. Their product actually wound up being that shitty. And it doesn't end well when people do that because I know how this works and I know how to deal with people who try to bend me over. So when somebody offers you net terms, look really closely at the pricing of this product. Wonder, why is it that this person is willing to put themselves out there so much for little old me? Is it that they like me and they want to do all this future business with me? Nah, it's probably that you're just getting bent over and fucked in the ass. And let's go into real businesses because if you're on the supply side or if you're just starting to become a real business and people are sending you their purchase orders in what is typically a COD business, I want you to not feel bad, not the least bit, in telling these people to go fuck the fuck off with these purchase orders when they're given to you because they'll put it with a nice company logo and they'll put their address and they'll put the product SKU, they'll even find it on your website and copy and paste it so the formatting looks all right. And it'll look like they're really, really serious about what they do. And if you tell them, well, we don't really offer net terms on this, they're going to go, well, are you a real business? Or, well, that's not how we really do business. Well, you know what I think of that? Real businesses pay me in real money! That's what makes you a real business. I don't give a fuck about everything else. Real businesses pay me in real money. Something that I can actually go downstairs to Dunkin' Donuts and buy a coffee with. I can't go to Dunkin' Donuts with your fucking purchase order and buy anything. Therefore, this is worthless to me. So let's take iPhone parts for an example. Let's say I get 1,600 parts in today. The way my business works, there are going to be 1,700 screens looking to be sold. There are going to be people asking me for total 1,700. But I only have 15. So that means that even if I like all of you, I have to choose one of you and cut you because I don't have enough parts. And that's just the way it is. Now, which one do I want to cut? Oh, you're not going to be paying me in real money. Thank you for making it easy and fuck off. Now, there are real business examples of people doing this. For example, in the music industry, if you're a bunch of kids that want to rent a room and that room is not rented today, that studio may very well become $1,300. But if you're a record label, that room just magically became $3,000 a day. And accounts payable douchebag tax is not written on the invoice. Of course it's not. But they are charging you almost 3 times as much money because they know they're going to fight like hell to get it. So, I'm selling you $500 of iPhone screens for $650? Fuck you and your credit. I'm selling you $10,000 worth of screens for $25,000? Maybe I'll consider giving you some credit. Can't say that's how it works for everybody else, but that's how it works for me.